Voice of Indonesia.
And it was his Voice of Indonesia from Indonesia to the world listener back again talking about Ramadan across Indonesia. This one is about a place, well, it is the most suitable place I think to enjoy Ramadan in Indonesia, which is in Meulaboh, Aceh. And to talk about it, we are connected with the presenter of RRI Meulaboh. We have Nanda with us. Hello, Nanda.
Hello.
Okay, Nanda, I would like to know how the people in Meulaboh celebrate and also do the fasting month of Ramadan.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you so much for the Voice of Indonesia for having me for this season. And if we're talking about the holy month, especially in Ramadan here in Meulaboh, West Aceh, Aceh Barat, it's a lot of special treatment like citizen here do for 2 days before the Ramadan is coming. They prepare a lot of things like they cook a lot and then they meet all the family and then they embrace each other and then forgiveness each other to welcoming the holy month Ramadan here in Aceh. Because maybe here, especially in Aceh Barat Meulaboh, population of Muslim is everywhere here in Aceh, so they treat Ramadan is very special.
Okay, so everybody in there is treating Ramadan as a special moment. So, is there any special hangout? When we are talking about Ramadan, of course, we are talking about hanging out before we break the fast. And is there any certain or particular tradition that
places?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, let's talk about tradition first before talking about the places, of course.
Tradition?
Yeah. Do you have any kind of certain traditions to wait for the breaking the fast?
I think it's pretty similar like in another city, like they hang out together and then they maybe people nowadays call that war takjil, right?
Okay.
So that is a pretty crowded in every afternoon. It's around 4 p.m. maybe after Asar here in a local time in Meulaboh time. That is a very crowded everywhere, and the special place to hang out is around the beach and around the cafe, and then around the Masjid Agung. Around the Masjid Agung is a lot of the corner, so everyone can buy our war takjil, something like that.
War takjil is everywhere, but I assure everyone this war is very peaceful. It is just a competition about buying food, and no conflict is included in this war. And I would like to know, in this war, what is people's most favorite food? I'm not talking about only the traditional ones, but from every food that exists in Meulaboh for breaking the fast, what is people's favorite?
I think it's a kind like curry, it's a lot of food here in Aceh, especially it's very strong taste and very spicy taste, and then it's called like a lot of curry, like a gulai kambing, like gulai bebek, something like curry. That is absolutely what they love the most here in Aceh. And also gado-gado, pecal, and mie chaluk. Mie chaluk is like mie chaluk is the texture is like a spaghetti but mixed with peanut sauces. It's something like that. It's very, you can find it everywhere here in Meulaboh, Aceh Barat, in every corner, in every places, every corner.
In every corner of Aceh and also in Meulaboh. But if we take a look on the map, Meulaboh is really near to the sea, and people usually think if a town is located near to the city, so there are a lot of dishes from fish. Is there anything?
Yeah. What? I'm sorry.
Meulaboh is located next to the sea, right? Mm-hmm. And usually people have the thought that if a town is located near to the sea, so there will be seafood. And how about the seafood in there?
Oh, it's a lot of seafood here in Meulaboh, and the price is so cheap too because we have a lot of what would say that like iconic seafood like maybe I can say like crab and then a lot of fish and then like a shrimp, and that is the cheapest one. That is what I love the most. Live here because all the seafood was so cheap because I love seafood so much. So how about you?
I also love seafood, and ironically, Jakarta is really next to the sea, but the price is not cheap at all.
Oh yeah, but it's here in Meulaboh. Every seafood is absolutely cheap, and I think that is what I love the most. And yeah, like we have a lot of like restaurant, or we can call that cafe, is around the sea and serve a lot of fresh seafood with the cheapest one here in
Okay.
Meulaboh, Aceh Barat.
Wow, nice one. So you have,
I think you need to go here to visit Aceh Barat to feel the atmosphere by yourself.
yeah. We plan to, and we hope to
Yeah,
find that.
especially in Ramadan because a lot of special treat that we can feel and experience by ourselves here in different with another city in Indonesia. So that's why maybe Aceh is special, right, for Ramadan because maybe like what I said before, all the popularity here um, like 99 like 90% all the Muslim maybe, so it's absolutely Ramadan is a very special over here, so you can feel the atmosphere of Ramadan. They prayer a lot, and then this is a very quiet right now, but it's a very crowded in the 2 hour before we break the fast. It's a very common, and for this time it's a very quiet, and in every store was closed for this time, but it will be open and very crowded in like maybe 4 or 5 p.m. like 2 hours before we break the fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be crowded before breaking the fast. And we have been talking about breaking the fast. I would like to know about the sahur in Jakarta and a lot of other cities. We know that people will be parading, trying to make noises at like 3 a.m., trying to wake up people up to have their sahur. And what about in Meulaboh?
Yeah, it's a pretty similar here. Like maybe the teenager, the young, or maybe the community of the member of the Remaja Masjid, I can call like that. They're making noise at 3 a.m. too. So they like wake up a sahur or something like that, and then they play the the music, but Islamic music, the instrumental is something like that. It's in every mosque here in Meulaboh, Aceh Barat, in every village.
Okay, so it's gonna be a very festive time. So if people are visiting Meulaboh during the Ramadan, so don't be surprised if people are trying to wake you up at 3 a.m. because, well, we do not want you to miss the sahur.
Of
And
course.
of course, right?
And what is special here in Meulaboh is because a lot of a coffee shop, right? So Meulaboh is called, especially in Aceh, it's called like 1,000 warung coffee, like
Yeah.
1,000 a coffee shop. So a coffee shop is always crowded after Tarawih. After Tarawih, all the coffee shop is open until the morning. So
Wow.
until the sahur, and after sahur it was closed, and it happened again for the next day.
Yeah. So for people who do not know about Tarawih, apparently Tarawih is like a prayer after several other prayers when after breaking the fast, and it's around like 7:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. right?
Here in Meulaboh about 8 p.m. until 10 p.m.
Okay, so at that time, after you enjoy the curry, enjoy the seafood, make sure to have some more spaces in your stomach to drink the coffee from Aceh because, well, talking about Aceh, we know you guys have a lot of coffee, and honestly, oh my god, even my producer is drooling right now, thinking to get a coffee from Aceh. But in there, I would like to know, let's dig in a little bit about the coffee shops in there. Is the coffee shop in Meulaboh only, the most popular one is serving like coffee with milk. Like we in Indonesia, we have a lot of brands of small coffee shops, and we have brand A, brand B, C, D, E, F, G, and all of them are only giving us coffee, milk with palm sugar, something like that. And I like to know, and I really wish that in Meulaboh it will be different. So how is it in Meulaboh?
That is not much different, like a lot of coffee here in Aceh, like black coffee and coffee with milk, coffee with tea, and something like that. And what is different maybe here, because every corner, every coffee shop here in Meulaboh or in Aceh, we serve include like a mie Aceh noodle.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
that is like like every warung, every coffee they have. Beside the coffee, you can order the mie Aceh or Aceh noodle too. So that is very common here. Maybe they have like a little conversation, enjoy a cup of coffee, enjoy a lot of like dessert, like bread or something like that, and then they serve the noodle, the mie Aceh, and it's very famous here. And every people will sit like more than 1 hour here in a coffee shop in Aceh. They do that too, like during their work, during they have a conversation with their little community, something like that. They enjoy the noodle too, and noodle serve around that time. And a lot of people here do sahur with mie Aceh too.
Wow. Something that heavy at such hour? Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like night meal maybe.
But if you're fasting, you do not count it as a midnight meal. It's a normal meal then, which is justifiable.
They're like not like kind of to have a good habit, right?
Yeah. But it's still nice. So if people out there who want to have a new experience in drinking coffee, the beans from Aceh, well, I cannot explain it to you. You got to come and taste it by yourself. And if you're bored sitting in the cafe and then eating cake, well, come to Meulaboh or Aceh and enjoy your coffee with the noodle. And apparently, my producer is giving me a sign. So we haven't been talking about Eid al-Fitr. What about the Eid al-Fitr in there?
Eid al-Fitr.
Yeah.
I think it's a very similar, like 2 day before Ramadan is coming. A lot of people here in Meulaboh, Aceh Barat is they celebrate a lot of like visit all the families, visit all the friends, all the close friends, and something like that. And then they're sharing a lot of traditional food. Like they cook a lot of meal. Like we said, megang is only, I think it's only happened here in Aceh. Megang tradition is in Aceh 2 day before Ramadan is coming, and 1 or 2 day before Eid al-Fitr is coming. Megang is tradition, like you cook a lot of meals and then you share a lot of to your neighbor, to your family, to your friends, and it's kind of like we say that to asking forgiveness each other and embrace each other. So we call that Megang Day. So I think Megang is only happen here in Aceh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people saving a lot of money because the meal is a surprise, a price pricey, right? So they cook a lot of meal, like maybe like 5 kilograms, 6 kilograms, and then they serve the food for the family, for the neighbor. It's like 2 day before the Ramadan is coming and 1 or 2 day before Eid al-Fitr is coming. So it's like moment you meet all the family, and then asking for the forgiveness, talk a lot, like have a little conversation, something like that.
Okay.
So I think it's a Megang tradition what people miss the most, especially Acehnese will not be here in Aceh. Like a lot of my friends were working across the city, maybe across the country. So what they miss the most about the Ramadan and about the Eid al-Fitr is the Megang tradition. Megang, they're going to be cry if looking that on social media, like Megang Day, they will be cry if they cannot go back home. If that is what they miss the most. You got what I mean? You got what I say?
Yeah, I understand it. It's part of your
because
identity.
it's a very intense, it's very deep feeling. Megang Day part of the most moment that Chinese people waiting for, like Ramadan and al-Fitr.
So megang is one of the best tradition that
I love
the
it.
Aceh people have to feel, which can make people homesick, right? Especially for Acehnese abroad.
I mean homesick.
Yeah. Okay, so but megang itself is not only about eating together; it's about sharing. Yeah, right.
Sharing a good moment, and then like what I say, like be together, be unite. After that, you are separate. Like maybe one of your member family is working across the city, across the country. So the megang is part of they say the pulang kampung, right?
Yeah.
So that is why a lot of people like feel so much homesick if a tradition megang is happening.
Okay, so we have been talking about the vibes of Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr, and if I can make a conclusion, I got one word, which is thick. The food is thick because you got the curry, you got a lot of choices too, and the coffee is also thick, it's very, very strong, but the culture is also thick. You have the megang, which people will cry, like you said, if they do not do it 2 days before Ramadan and 2 days before Eid al-Fitr. So if people want to feel the same thing, please make sure to come to Meulaboh, especially 2 days before Ramadan and 2 days before Eid al-Fitr. Okay, thank you very much, Nanda. It's been nice to talk with you about this, and I would like to say happy Ramadan for you and your family.
Okay, happy Ramadan for you too.
Okay, listener, that's our talk with Nanda from RRI Meulaboh. And if you visit Meulaboh, pay a visit to RRI Meulaboh and ask Nanda to bring you around and show you around the best food, the best coffee. And of course, this talk is also available again, listener, on our YouTube channel, VOI Official.
Voice of Indonesia.